You're listening to Michael Boyd on Radio West 5.
On the Radio West 5 Wake Up. And if you pop that one in your iPod, forget about Christian Grey. Forget about going to see 50 Shades of Grey on St. Valentine's Day. Pop that one in your iPod, or your iPhone, or whatever you've got. Get a phono jack, a double phono jack, and plug it in, and pop that in their ears. Wherever you are, outside or inside, just outside the restaurant if you like, and it works wonders. Trust me, it works wonders. If you can't afford to go and see 50 Shades of Grey this Valentine's Day, do that. Pop it in a phono jack, get a double phone jack, and play All of Me by John Legend. Over 60 million hits on YouTube. Amazing. Next up, we're playing it dangerous with David Guetta. Just got time to give you some weather news. I mean, it's cold outside. It's cold enough to freeze the snot in your nose. That's how I would put it. Yep, we've had a few entries, a few suggestions for the answer to the early morning mission here on Radio West 5 and on the breakfast show. And yeah, Tom from Cowdenbeath, he's emailed the studio to say that 80% of women, he thinks that 80% of women find the crease in the trousers most attractive in females, and he discovered that on a night out in the British Legion in Kirkcaldy. I don't know how he discovered that, but he was complimented on the crease in his trousers, and I don't know where that crease was, but we'll leave it at that. So 80% of women find this most attractive in men. What is the answer? You can give us your answer. A few funny ones coming in. Coming up next, we've got Hall of Fame, but we're going to hear from this gentleman here, Stevie Agnew, and I hope he's in the lineup for the Pushcart Derby 2015 this year. And we're so looking forward to the Pushcart Derby 2015, 25th of July. Get your tickets now. Get on the Facebook page. You'll find out details about how to get the tickets. But we were at last year's Pushcart Derby 2014, and we had a chat with Big Country. Joined by Bruce Watson from Big Country, just after the Pushcart Derby gig 2014. Bruce, how did that feel for you?
That was great fun. It's always good to do a home gig, so obviously it wasn't quite Dunfermline, but close enough for me to get home and get my pipe and slippers out.
Aye, exactly, yeah. You mentioned homecoming there as part of the homecoming celebrations, but Bruce, it must be special to be up on that stage with your son, Jamie, is that?
Yeah, it's great fun, Jamie's been playing guitar. He's had a guitar around his neck practically since he was born, and I certainly didn't encourage it, but it's what he's always wanted to do, so you can't discourage it. So, no, I'm glad he's there,
I know you've played bigger stages than that, I mean, obviously, in your time, but just like to ask you how you became involved in the Pushcart Derby. How did that all come together?
Gigs like that we're never involved in booking gigs. It always comes through an agent, and it was just my agent phoned me up and he goes, "Where's Dalgety Bay?" I went, "Oh, it's just a couple of miles in the road from me." He goes, "Do you want to do a gig there?" I went, "Where about?" And I'm thinking the clubhouse or a pub or something. He goes, "Oh, Pushcart Derby." I went, "Oh yes, do it definitely." So no, it was great.
It's always good to come back to your roots, to come back to Dunfermline and Fife.
Most definitely. I mean, we did a show up in Stornoway last night and flew in this morning to do it. The international Globetrotters that we are, No, I mean, as many gigs in Fife for me is great. Like I'm a home bird now. I just like to get home.
So Bruce, when can the army of fans in Scotland hear more material from Big Country? Is that coming soon?
Actually, we were in the studio last weekend recording some new material. So it's getting mixed tomorrow. So we'll probably have a new song out maybe next week sometime. Not a single as such, it's always, on the internet downloads like what everybody else is doing nowadays. So new material coming out next week. There's an exclusive for you.
Oh, fantastic. Well, safe journey home, Bruce, and thanks for talking to us on Radio West 5.
Thank you very much, have a good one. Hi, this is Bruce from Big Country, and you're listening to Radio West 5.
Little Samantha, who's just phoned in with permission from her mum. Her mum's on the phone with her. She's just phoned in. She's only 6 years of age, and she says, "Boydie," she said, You've forgotten the pun for fun, which she enjoys. She must be quite a smart cookie if she can understand these puns, but yes, I have not done the pun for fun yet. We're going to do it right now for you. But Samantha, my apologies. So the pun for fun today is, we've got a few puns. We've got, I was going to buy a book on phobias, but I was afraid it wouldn't help me. And the next one, Jill broke her finger today, but on the other hand, she was completely fine. The most funny of all, it was an emotional wedding, Even the cake was in tears. Jet, are you going to be my girl? On the Radio West 5 Wake Up, and I guess that's a question that everyone's going to be asking their partner on St. Valentine's Day. Are you going to be my girl? Philip George, and he I don't know if you agree with me with this one, but this single, Wish You Were Mine, it's in the charts, and it reminds me of the Crazy Frog. On the Radio West 5 Wake Up, and the Great Good Morning Show is coming up after 10 with Pam Weeks. Stay tuned for that. And Pam's just asked me to slow it down a bit. Just slow it down, okay? Just for our listeners. So I'm going to slow it down with these guys. It's 5 Seconds of Summer, Amnesia. Thanks to Dion Hickey this morning for phoning in and chatting about her new single, Dum Dum Diggy. Go and check it out on YouTube. Fantastic tune. And yeah, I think it's more addictive than chocolate.
Radio West 5.